Hello and a warm welcome to Federal special program Capital Beat. Trinamool Congress Rajya Sabha MP Jawhar Sircar has resigned from the party and has quit politics. He wrote a letter to Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee saying that he is not happy with the way the Arjika rape and murder case was handled. He cited corruption, and that is why something has irritated him. I'll read few excerpts from the letter which he wrote to Mamata Banerjee on Sunday. He's written that I've suffered patiently for a month since the terrible incident at Arjikar Hospital. I was hoping for your direct intervention with the agitating junior doctors. In the old style of Mamata Banerjee, it has not happened, and whatever steps the government has taken are too little and too late. This is just one portion of the letter. But if you talk about the larger takeaways of that letter, it talks about the fact that whenever Jawahar Sircar has tried to speak about corruption in the party, he was told that he was breaking the party discipline. On other instances, he was heckled by the senior leaders. So, joining me now is Mr. Jawahar Sircar on the Federal, and we'll ask him all those questions. Thank you, sir, so much for joining on the Federal. And my first question to you is that one of your points which you mentioned in the letter was that Mamata Banerjee doesn't meet the doctors directly. But just a short while back, we've got the news that she's meeting the doctors, and she has said that they can come in groups and they can meet her. Now, is that a good enough reason for you to rethink your decision of quitting the party and quitting politics?
No, it's encouraging to see that it may head towards a solution, the one that I was speaking about. It's very encouraging. This is more her style of direct talking. But then my decision to leave is based on many other factors. One is that I have contributed enough to the Rajya Sabha debate, and uh, frankly, parliament debates are not cost effective. This is a new element that I'll tell you from my experience. If you pour in 8, 10 buckets, you ultimately get one buckets of water, you actually get one mug out. In other words, people who use very superficial questions and throw them at the government, mainly because somebody has given it to them or they have worked on an issue, uh, they may not get that disappointed. But there are some people like us who work very hard on each question, whether it be Greater Nicobar land, whether it be assault on women or whatever be it, whether it be even an issue like thalassemia. So these are very deep issues to us, and we work a lot hard hoping for a debate coming up out of this question. And my experience is 20 to 1,
Okay.
25 to 1. That is something no parliamentarian will tell you.
No, but when
20
you say it's not cost effective, you mean to say that the kind of labor, no, kind of effort you put, for any debate, you don't get the return likewise. I mean, you don't get
no,
rewarded, you don't get
25
recognized.
issues, 25 issues. If you are there as an activist like me, to whom people come with issues and you say, okay, let me read it, let me study and let me place a question. If I place 25 issues, I get to speak on one.
Okay.
One. There are stories around that there are some others who have managed the system better, so they get 4. 1, 4, these are no numbers against the amount of effort you put in. So there's a bit of frustration on that. Why the hell am I wasting my time?
No, but from
If
what you're saying, Mr. Sarkar, it's very, very evident that you're not happy with the way the party is running. If others can manage the system better, which means that you couldn't get your way around in the party, and is that the major reason why you have decided to quit Trinamool?
See, I will never say that I was very much an integral part of the party, in the sense that I was never part of the
You're
decision
saying you
making.
were not an integral part of Trinamool
No,
Congress.
no, no. I was never part of the decision making process, and that was the understanding. I didn't say that you have to make me and all that, and they also never said that you have to come and join all processions in the heat. So that it cuts both ways. I was never part of the real decision making thing in the party, but on some issues I was consulted. Obviously, you bring a consultant for this thing. In this issue, there was a little bit of heart I had because this is an administrative lapse. And I thought,
Talking about the Arjikar rape and murder case.
yeah, I thought that I would be asked how to quickly tackle it.
Okay.
The first, I was not asked. Then I raised questions. Then I raised a shindy, and I said that suspend the principal and everything. Came out in the public domain. So then people got a little, you don't have to make a lot of noise. And then I was told to list out my points. I listed out, typed them out. We discussed and it passed on. But one of them was to discuss with the doctors. The discussion is taking place 25 days after I have said. In 25 days, we have 25 days of turmoil. Yeah, that hurts. Huh? That hurts.
You were saying that you could have given a valuable input to Mamata Banerjee on the Arjikar case, the way it should have been handled, but this was completely discounted, and that is why you are really frustrated now, and you say enough is enough.
That's not that simplistic. I was registering my own opinion or protest or this thing on the way they were feeling, they were looking at the popular unrest. Arjikar incident is one incident. It is a trigger incident. The other incident that you need to take note of is the reclamation of the night by women, by the continuous processions, blockades and everything. Then this march to the secretariat. There are lots of many ancillary issues. The major issue was the angst of the people that was coming out every day. We were not able to make any commitment. Halfway through, you saw long processions going and you wasted 1 hour and then said, "Chalo, let's go back home." So this sort of bringing a country, bringing this thing to its standstill meant that people were trying to say something. Nobody does a march on the streets instead of going back home unless there's something he has to say. There was no ostensible organization. That's the best important part.
No, but Mr. Sarkar, I'm sure. I mean, people would understand what you're saying, and your bit that you were not consulted on important issues where you could have given your valuable advice. But many people would criticize you that you're a bureaucrat. This was the best time to help your party, to help your party supremo sail through this situation. But why did you choose to quit? I mean, you would be called a quitter. I mean, people would see you as a quitter in the middle of the storm. If you quit, then how would the history read you as a member of parliament?
First is a question and the second is an opinion. The first is the question of why are you not helping the party? My answer is this is the best help I can give to the party. What I have done is the best help I can give to the party as a wake-up call throughout the ranks and file when people who are emboldened to say that, ये ठीक बोला, ये ठीक बोला, हमारी बात बोले.
Your resignation will empower the party.
The immediate result is that chief ministers call the doctors. Till today, 5 o'clock, there was no such thing. It was confrontation. I was against confrontation. कि हमारे बच्चे हैं ना. So these will count. Some of the things will sink. I won't claim exact credit. I mean, she didn't do it because I said so. No, nothing to that. She did it because she thought it in the best judgment. Now, there are many issues that needed to be raised. Remember, at the end of it, I am not here to harm the party. I'm here to strengthen the defenses against a communal takeover of Bengal.
So quitting the party will help the party more, you are saying?
Quitting the party will help them because I have not my quitting per se. Quitting is a shock therapy.
Okay.
There are people who give their left and right arms to join the Rajya Sabha. When people reject it, it's a very strong message. A very strong message. I chose to give a very strong message, and it hurts me also. It's a self-hurting message.
No, but what you are saying that this is a shock. No, but Mr. Sarkar, what you're saying that your quitting is a shock treatment to the party. They would realize their mistakes, but people would also see you as a person who doesn't want to go further, doesn't want to weather the storm, and he would rather prefer to quit.
See, you're making a fundamental mistake. I am not a generic partyman. People have one senior leader said that throughout his life he has not carried the Trinamul flag in procession. Yeah, I was a bureaucrat.
Hmm.
Have you heard of a deputy secretary and joint secretary carrying a Trinamool flag in the meeting? I mean, it's senseless. I am not a party man in that sense of the term. I wasn't brought up like this. So I am always an adjunct. I chose to be an adjunct and I chose to leave at a particular time. I could have waited another 2 more years, got salaries for 2 more years, got free air travel for 2 more years. But it didn't appeal to me. I said it's much better to come back to the people and to realize them and to complete my academic work also.
No, but what does coming back to the people mean? Are you going to join some civil society group?
I
How?
was always a part of civil society. I left many of them purposely. I left the constitutional conduct group purposely because I am marked. The moment you join over a political party, you are marked.
Right.
I said, I don't want this group and that group to be associated with me. So the enemies of the group, obviously the right-wing Hindu fundamentalists would say, ha ha ha, dekho, dekho, dekho. These fellows are critical of us because people like Jawhar Sircar are leading them.
No, so how would I read the situation that you are fed up of the way things were happening in Trinamool, and which is why you said enough is enough, ab mujhse nahi hoga? Is that the reason?
I'm, I would say I'm tired of politics.
Okay.
I'm tired of politics. जो समझना था समझ लिया, जो सीखना था सीख लिया. अब 3 साल में तो ग्रेजुएशन सर्टिफिकेट भी लोग देते ना. So 3 years is enough, yeah. I mean, don't need to spend your whole lifetime trying to say, see, what am I looking for? The opposition is going to gain from strength to
At least
strength.
you could have completed your term, sir. You could have completed your term, no?
I could have completed my term. I could have completed my term in Prasar Bharati by saying yes, sir, to whatever the RSS dictated, coming out and organizing functions for them. I could have done a lot of things, but I take my own snappy choice as I was described as a hyper emotional bomb. So I don't know whether that's a compliment or a adjective, but I decide on my instinct and emotions that I would much rather be. Immediately thereafter, I have not even completed looking at the avalanche of messages that have come to me. 99.9% confirming to me that you've taken the right step. You belong to us, not to them. It means we and the political class, that sort of thing.
No,
So
but you were no, but when you became a Rajya Sabha MP, didn't you know that you will have to do all this? And now saying that no, I was not ready to do this, I didn't want to be marked. So people won't see you very generously when you say that because
I
you
have gone through it. The mark will remain whenever somebody wants to attack me for the less. He was there for 3 years now, he's an opportunist and all. See, लोग तो कहते रहेंगे. वो that is not my botheration. My botheration is whether I am true to myself. True to myself, you can only prove by a sacrifice.
no, but would you call this a sacrifice, or you would say that you were tired and fed up, and that is why you made this decision? It was your
Cumulative.
personal decision.
It's a cumulative thing of many factors, often at self-contradiction with each other. There are many factors. One of them is that I wanted the party to wake up. Okay. And I'm sure, dead sure, whether they wake up on the lines that I am suggesting or they wake up on more better political terms, they will wake up. They have elections coming.
No,
People.
but did you get a call from Mamata Banerjee after you resigned and issued the letter? Did you get a call from anybody in Trinamool?
She spoke to me at length, explaining
Okay.
why I should stay back. I heard her at length. I got to convey very unpleasant facts, many of them that I've cited in my letter. We don't waste time by repeating the letter. She said her view. I listened to it and said, I am with the struggle of democratic secular forces in Bengal. I don't move 1 inch from my struggle. I am there, but not as an office bearer, not as a member, formal member, not as a formal member. She said, why not? I said, no, I don't want to. You see, it casts upon you a discipline. And that discipline for some people gets to be quite tiresome.
Hmm.
Quite tiresome. You must understand that even when I'm talking to
It
you,
was difficult for you to follow the party discipline because you were not getting to have your say.
anyone, I'll give you one small story and you'll understand that in 1940, 44, 45 to about 50, all the artists who became famous, all the film stars, all of them belong to what we call the IPTA, in Progressive Theatre Association, Progressive Culture, Progressives. All of them were expelled by the Communist Party. All of them. The most creative people in influenced Kaifi Azmi is one of them. Faza Ahmed Abbas is another of them. I can go on naming. So there is a space for them to articulate the concerns of the people within the confines of an ideology, and there are constraints within that ideology not to express yourself too frankly. So this is an interplay that is there much older. It was happened before I was born. And the example that I gave you, how George Devrata Viswas, he was expelled. The best minds in the Communist Party were expelled by the Communist Party. They were gravitated to the idea.
Mrs. Sarkar, was the situation building up within you for a very long time? Because you've made a mention of the fact that, time and again, whenever you try to cite corruption, then you were told by certain sections of the party that you were breaking the party discipline. Then you've made a mention of the fact that you were heckled by senior leaders. Now, was that situation was it becoming very uncomfortable for you to, to make it acceptable for you?
Uh, there is a discipline which should be there. But it's a different question whether I should be there for discipline. Let me give you an example.
So
I'm
basically,
talking,
you were not cut out for that party discipline. You
I'm
were saying.
talking to you on Federal. Now, I don't need to ask anyone. Exactly 1 month ago, I'd have to ask 4 times. You understand? I'd have asked 4 times, and they may have suggested 4 other speakers. And it's there. You are talking to me, you called me. So you understand what I mean by hierarchy and discipline? So
Yes.
there are things that I can put up with, and there are things I can't put up with. So every discipline is not per se bad. Every discipline is constrictive. And up to 70, I'm willing to go by constriction. After that, it's a
So you in a way you were feeling suffocated, and out of suffocation now you've quit.
suffocated in politics. Not every party. Don't think that any party is any better. Some
Okay.
are worse. Some are worse. They don't open their mouths at all. They talk to themselves in the mirror and come back. They don't open their mouths at all for fear. There's less fear in Trinamool. People have spoken up. Less fear in the
So
Congress.
you are
People
saying
have
that
spoken up.
Trinamool is way better than BJP, than Congress, or than DMK.
Definitely. Way better than BJP and the Communist parties.
Then shouldn't you have given yourself more time? Maybe things would have got better. You would have been able to complete your term, and you never know, something better could have happened.
Your dreaming stops at 65.
Okay.
Hmm. So you know exactly what you can do in the limited time. You know exactly which books you'll read and which books you need to give off to people.
Hmm.
So that is the advantage of old age. So you know what can happen and you don't romanticize.
No, but Mr.
Finally,
Sarkar,
uh,
no, but when you were heckled, you were told about the party discipline, that you're not following the party line. Uh, did you ever get an opportunity to speak to Mamata Banerjee often on this? Did you make complaints to her? Some direct talk did you have with her?
not much. Not much. And not it's not
But
that
in the
it's
last
Mamata
3 years,
Banerjee.
if I may
It's
ask you very candidly, in the last 3 years, how many times have you directly spoken to Mamata Banerjee on issues which were disturbing you?
not many, not many. We can send notes. There are ways of doing it. Direct talk occasionally. But I wish at times that one had more occasion to talk. But don't worry. Remember this Hemanta Biswa Sharma waited 7 days to meet his leader, couldn't, and went back and joined another party. I didn't do anything of the sort. I don't do anything of the sort.
No,
So
but
it happens in every party. It happens in every party because the leader has thousands of other things to talk. Instead of getting, wisecracks from someone. So as long as you can convey, but nothing like a face-to-face conversation for 15 minutes. Uh, Maybe a little more would have helped.
no,
Maybe.
but were there certain sections within the Trinamool Congress who couldn't bear with you? Were they irked with you? Were they frustrated because of you? Because the kind of knowledge, the administrative experience which you bring, was that the reason of irritation as far as other sections within the Trinamool were concerned?
It happens to everyone in every party. In my case, also it happened.
Now, say for example, when you were making
Look at the
speeches.
way Subhash Bose
Hmm,
was expelled after being made elected president.
right.
He was elected president for the second time, but the caucus within the party didn't want him. So they forced him to resign. So you have these interpersonal things going on. There are people who are jealous, people who are petty, but we can put up with it. The world is big enough. Big enough.
So you don't regret taking this decision of quitting the party.
Huh?
You don't regret making this
No,
decision.
no, no, no. It's cause for rejoicing for some. So
Okay. So who are these who are rejoicing?
I don't know, but I'll find out. Maybe a month later, you'll find out how many rejoice. But you see, we are not bringing to that. I have raised issues that need attention. I want the party to be stronger enough to face the challenges of the BJP. On these issues, these are non-negotiable. I want more freedom of expression in the social media. I don't want any encroachment into the right to speak. If I'm fighting Modi on the communications bill, if I'm fighting Mr. Modi on the data protection bill, if I'm fighting Modi on the broadcast bill, saying that, or the IT rules, saying that you are stifling free speech, I also need to speak about it in Bengal if such occasions arise.
No, but that brings me to a very significant question. You made a very important remark. You said that you need your freedom of expression to speak on certain issues on social media. So were you asked not to express your opinion on certain issues?
Mm, Hinted yes and no. Yes and no, but it happens. Again,
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm whitewashing it by saying it happens in all parties.
No,
It
but
happens.
but there were gag orders on you that you were not
There
allowed to.
were but gag, no, I won't use gag orders, but I'll say there were restrictions, and now I'm free of such restrictions.
No, but which means that for me as a journalist to read, and the big point which comes out from what you're saying is that Mr. Jawahar Sarkar was not allowed to speak on certain issues within Trinamool Congress.
Not like that. You see, the Congress has Pavan Khera, it has Supriya Shinate. Now they are authorized to speak. Okay? Now, Mr. Era Gera takes a flag and puts up a table and calls a press conference. He's not authorized to speak. So this question of who's authorized to speak and who's not authorized to speak is a factor in everything. So let's look at it this way. But as
How,
I said,
no, no, but
permission to
how
speak.
big? No, Mr. Sarkar, how big was this an issue with you? Because I know Trinamool Congress leaders, and the way we have interacted with them, it's a very how would you say it? It's a well-oiled system. We are asked to send mails, then you will get appointments. But with you, like I have interviewed you a couple of times. With you, I've just been giving you a direct call, and you agree for a show like this. Now, was this also one of the major reasons? Because when I see Derek O'Brien, when I see Sagarika Ghosh, when I see Sakit Gokhale, they go through a certain grind that you send me a mail, send me a few questions, then we'll get back to you. That was a very bureaucratic structure they were following. But I found you very different during these times whenever I've interviewed, and that I've done a couple of times with you on various platforms. So was this another reason, because you were taking calls on your own, how to speak, when to speak, and what to speak?
Well, I'm notorious for speaking my mind, taking risks in that regard. That's it. And I couldn't get along with, I mean, couldn't pull it out all the time.
Right.
Sometimes you got pulled up. So,
No, but are you worried that Trinamool Congress and people elsewhere in the society would judge you as a quitter? That a bureaucrat is supposed to serve the society. If you've got into a political system, you might as well just have served. You would have weathered the storm and the kind of stress which Mamata Banerjee is facing, but you chose to quit.
from the public reaction that I have got from 1,000+ messages, I have seen only half of them now. I have not seen a single one which says, maybe one says, "Kyo bhag rahe," and all that. But all of them saying that, "Dada, welcome back to our this thing, welcome back to an ordinary life." Somebody puts it saying that now you'll have to book your own ticket. Things like that. But that's thing. That's okay. That's okay by me. I could have somebody else book my ticket and put me on first class. ठीक है, it's all there. It's all there.
So it's for your personal gain, for your own, for mental peace that you have decided to quit politics.
What gain do I do? By losing out my allowances, by losing out a house, by losing out on free transport, by losing out on free telephones. What gains? What gains do I make? So I'll be answering this. Thank you for giving the anticipatory questions. When somebody asks such questions, how much did you gain? I'll say, yeah, this is what I gained. I now pay for my telephone. So I have to say all this. I have to say all this. Then,
No, but are you thinking of maybe revisiting your decision? Maybe if Mamata Banerjee quits you.
Not at all. Not at
And
all. I make my own mistakes.
No, but what if you get a call from the left or the Congress that Mr. Sircar, please come and join us? You will not go to any other party.
Yeah, can you see burnt fingers?
Bunty fingers in politics.
Not an organizational man in that sense of the term. And I realized it very early. When I joined the IAS, I found a stifling atmosphere. Stifling atmosphere and getting into trouble every second year. And I was told by seniors, stay out of trouble, yaar. Why do you have to yap? Just say yes, sir. I said, oh, I thought that was a punctuation mark. So we went on like that. The one chief secretary wrote on something that when Jawhar can't take on God, he takes on government. So it's been fun, but I reached the very top of the bureaucratic ladder.
No, but what is your sense, Mr. Sircar, that will Mamata Banerjee have to pay a heavy price for mishandling the Arjikar case?
If something were to be done now, yes. But politics is the art of rebounding. Harold Wilson had said, don't forget this sentence, 1 week is a long time in politics. Politics is the art of rebounding. So right now, maybe people are annoyed. She'll make the right moves and right gestures. She should better do it, otherwise we lose the state.
No, you don't think that she's losing the grip on her women vote bank?
Winning?
Winning the women vote bank.
She will. She will find her way out. I'm sure about it. Though people will be saying that this rat left us and all that, she has her own judgment.
No, but Mr. Sircar, you also said that there are certain sections of people who are rejoicing at your quitting. Now, who are those people? I'm sure you know that.
Some of them are my friends who were boiling. So there are lots of people within the party also. Ye kahan se aa gaya bhai? Ye kaun khet ki mooli hai? And all that type of thing. So people, but that's part of it. And people who will see me traveling in the Indigo, will say, so Schadenfreude. It's called, it happens. So I've taken this into consideration with a reasonable amount of maturity. I know what I'm losing. I know what I'm gaining. And the gaining is freedom.
You are gaining
freedom to express.
In one of your interviews, you said that your exit is more valuable than your entry in the Trinamool Congress. Now, do you think that your exit, through your exit, will Trinamool learn certain lessons?
So I hope my exit letter, which has been translated also into Bengali and is going around in circles, I hope it has its impact, and I hope it carries some impact. And I don't want to claim, yay, I told you. Nothing of the sort. मेरा कहना था मैं कह दिया बस खेल खत्म. And they will talk about this fellow who came in for 3 years and then left in a huff.
Sircar, my last question to you is that what is that one piece of advice for Mamata Banerjee? You've spoken about a lot of issues. What this exit means for you, what you have seen in the party, how you were heckled, how you raised the corruption issue. What would you tell Mamata Banerjee towards the end? You yourself are saying that you're not coming back. You're not going back to the party. You're not joining any political party. What is that one piece of advice you would have for Mamata Banerjee?
Reclaim the state.
Okay.
Reclaim the place. That's all. Reclaim.
So you feel that she's losing the grip on the state because of BJP.
She is now going through a very bad patch. With the right moves, she'll be able to rebound because there's a long public memory of her direct approach. That's all. They need a party of strong fighters to keep the others at bay. That's all.
But supposing Mamata Banerjee wins the Vidhan Sabha elections of West Bengal once again, and the fourth time she will win. Then, after winning the election, supposing if she gives you a call that Jawahar, now you need to join back, I need you. What would you say? Will you fold your hands?
Namaskar.
You'll say namaskar too.
Namaskar. I much rather cherish my freedom and actually I have a rocking chair that I bought at 60. I'm 72. I'm not sat in the rocking chair.
Oh, so you're going to sit on your rocking chair now?
I hope so.
Okay. So wish you all the best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining on the Federal. Thank you very much.
Thank you.